That is you lot getting the blame for that. Where's my spam, chat? Mr. Pistol round? Don't blame chat, dude. I need a spam. I need some urgency. Just sitting enjoying the whiffs, bro. I needed urgency, chat. Okay, Vitality win pistol. We definitely saw it. And yeah, they keep doing the FPX spine.
Trailblazers not getting any info there, Pavlos. And that's a crucial aspect to this entire game. So Vitality offer that info.
Thank you for that, Jay.
Kicks backwards. Destrian moves in forwards, and he's in no man's land, therefore gets picked off. And Fury's got a chance to enter this site without losing a single player. It's a clean shot, Pavlos, but he needs more than that. He does have the facilities to do that. To allow his team to come in. Khalil wants to challenge his space, but not going to be allowed. Runner wanting to aggressive and further.
Oh my!
Very aggressive.
Hand delivered a gun.
But his life is short-lived as well. So Vitality, yeah, they do lose a couple of players, but they get the second round in the process. Nevertheless,
let's see if they can get the bonus on this one. Will they lose bonus? Yeah, get ecoed again. I mean, the eco wasn't too much of their fault. It was just like a 50-50 gamble. Like the one on Breeze wasn't too bad. Wait, did they win double pistol and then lose the next round twice? I think they did. They did, yeah. So, I mean, they're pistol gods, but this is the first time they won the second round. So that's why we didn't watch the pistol, because we knew it was going to go to Vitality. Okay, I get it now, Jack.
Sender, why do you have to change things up when I've said something? But it's a judge, Pavlos. It goes to the judge. It's even better though, so it doesn't really matter. Tastes that bit sweeter. Okay. I like the fact that they're putting focus on the orbs as well. They've stacked up quite a lot of them onto runner and kicks.
Oh, they went for a 4-pass and crunch over towards C and got really shot down. And they've done great in terms of getting over these orbs as well. This is nice. First big buy v buy, and we get to see MW0 with his orb. Okay, pretty clean on this one. 1 gun rebuy, 1 armor rebuy.
And well, they put themselves on the board. 2-1 on the score line. Very reminiscent as to how Breeze started, Pavlos. Yeah, considering that there was substantial firepower, you know, it wasn't as close as Vitality would have wanted. And you're right, following trends of the past. We enter the third round, and for the reasons that there was orbs funneled into runner, same thing for MW0. Both of them got shots available.
So yeah, and we're also one away from I mean, this can be kind of mad. We got matching ults, and we are 1 away from an Astral. What are these comps? Let's see. I mean, these comps are the most standard you can get. The TP to the bait this in. Oh yeah. I like that though. They decided to go with safety instead of the big play, which was obviously staying here. Runner wins a lot of aim drills.
Teamwork there from Destrian and Runner, Pavlos. This has been amazing on C now. It falls to Khalil to try and trade it out, but it's for safe at least. Just a chance to be passive, relax, play the numbers game, which I imagine Salah has probably driven into them. Cute little microplay gives the advantage to Vitality, and it might be
a nice little sidestep on this from Safe as well.
Well, they have gains all across the map.
Is Vitality looking like a top 3 EMEA team? It's way too early to say.
Not taking any chances, Vitality. They know which space they've given, and they want to make sure that they've cleared every single one of it, but Destrian moving back to B has opened up C. It's still a 4 versus 2 after plan here. If you're Khalil or if you're Liazi, you've got to go for something aggressive, you've got to do so fast. But with Vitality, all 4 players stacked up towards either Waterfall or CD, it's going to be very damn hard for, well, at least Furia here to find that numbers advantage. Vitality, they know they've got the numbers advantage, therefore stacking up all of their players together. Furia split up, trying to find a surprising angle. Showstopper from Runner. Spotting out where 1 is. Eliminating him. Only 1 left.
Well, at least he found him.
Down with him, but against 3 players deep,
Holy, honestly,
Nice
Yeah, I kind of thought when I saw the low HP from Kickster as well, I was thinking maybe this one is doable. That was nice from them as well. They wanted to pop the ult just to try and make this one super clean, and I mean, it was looking like it. 1v4 for sure.
Taking casualties but still winning. I wonder how long that's going to delay the operator on runner for, because for the time being, I think that...
Who won the last map? Vitality. Correct score? 13-8? 13-8 or 13-9? I can't fully remember. I think 13-8. Swinging together, bouncing between angles to try and almost confuse your enemy to keep track of where they are. Runner, yeah, dude, Runner is Runner's really exciting for next year. I didn't realize he was this good.
This zone, after the formation of this team, these guys have put practice in.
Oh, it says up here anyway as well. Yeah, come on, dude. Do you know what? So many off seasons haven't had this though. So
here, but take it with a grain of salt because I'm not quite sure if this is true. I think
that's my
Vitality
excuse.
have got a scrim scheduled on the 1st of January.
They just fixed it?
They're going to take a break after this, I believe, but on the 1st of January, they're back. Literally. New year, new team.
What?
Meanwhile, I'll talk about this. Killer just gets through, just casually as
How?
that. Yeah. It's a B-side. Safe wants to interrupt, gets one, but can't get away.
Safe was a little bit crazy there, but he has to make a hero play in the 3v5. I would love to see how these 2 kills went down at the beginning. Doesn't really make sense with the spacing that he wasn't traded.
And now confirmed by Havoc there with that flash.
Do teams ask to play in off-season events, or is it invite only? Pretty confident it's invite. It's normally the organizers who will be like, who do we want at this event, and then they'll just go down a list of whoever accepts them. So the teams that let's think of a team like RRQ. It's not like they wouldn't have like applied for any of the off-season events. It's just that no one offered them. So that's kind of why. They were the only team I could really think of that hasn't been at one.
But Furia, yeah, just like the previous map, wanting it to keep a close score.
I mean, Koi as well.
Netting up the 2nd round, only 1 casualty. I'd call that.
All they declined. All they declined. But a lot of the time you want like you kind of go for Cloud-ish based teams, I would say as well. Secret, yeah, we haven't seen Secret either.
Means that there's going to be a bit of a almost collection of ultimates now for Furia, and in a round like this, a must-win round, a chance to reset the economy of Vitality.
Koi did the Crossfire Cup. I'm not. Is this the event where they had agent bans? That is not even on the radar, man. I'd rather watch the event that had no prize money.
No, I thought for a second they grabbed the orb there, but no. Didn't quite achieve that, but Furia wary of these corners, knowing that they have to clear it all. Oh, off the back of the Trailblazer, Showstopper comes in, not good for any damage.
Dude, backing the dog in is pretty funny. He's just checking the box, but this looks like some weird dog tag. They could definitely flood this if they wanted to, especially with Judge. Omen Flash was incredible over towards the front as well. Killjoy ult, they might just have to absolutely send it for the Killjoy ult now.
MW0 peeks out, and actually he does not go to help out with it. They're sticking onto the spike, diffuse our play. MW0 saving the day, and we're at
craziness going on.
Vitality, can you hold on to this? You need to gain access of the site, and Furia not making this easy. Touch on the spike again, but it doesn't need much. Gravity well, stopping it.
MW0 though, holy! I tell you what, the Killjoy ult was really good though. Khalil definitely needs a bit of a shout out for this in terms of the Killjoy ult. It really made sure that they had to like just tunnel vision over towards that ult. So I don't know if we're gonna get a replay of it, but I imagine it looked a little bit easy.
From MW0, and here's the thing: the Showstopper didn't really do much there in terms of fragging capabilities, but it garnered so much space. It gave MW0 the space to maneuver and to isolate.
Yeah, look at them. They're all so tunnel vision to try and actually do the.
And now we head into the 7th. It's all to play for, but for Vitality's
economy. Oh my goodness, he's on a heater.
The man of the hour. He strikes again, Pavlos. He really wants to keep on
and
giving
this play is this little play here, little micro play, is what a lot of people have started to decide to do, and just one satchel out and just insta duel over towards here. You catch people off, because most people like double satcheling to get behind rubble, But this like one satchel out into the open is really good, especially with a Sky Flash in front here. So you Sky Flash, tuck it round, and then the Razor's never going to get blind, but everyone dueling, if they commit over towards here, is flashed. Like, it's nice. Definitely still the cleanest team I've seen do this is EG. They, again, their whole EG's Lotus is just the best I've seen. In terms of if people want to copy people's Lotus, you want to do Loud's default and then everything else from EG, really. Loud's attack default's really good. Their BC default is like way better than everyone else's.
Or in friendship, if you will.
What do you think about Koi sticking with the old roster? I mean, they changed a little bit, but
I think
I don't think it's gonna do much.
Khalil may not
It's not gonna win.
target of this round here, but you may find out very shortly. He's being picked off one by one. So he'll take it. Provides the space now, knowing that he's dealing with multiple players, and there's another angle to be worked with a rotating door opening. Still, Vitality eager to find out
Check
value.
Liquid okay, so nothing's just been announced, right? That's all it
Kind
is.
of using these weapons to enhance their position in this game. Oh, save! There's
A
no
lot of damage with that.
But at least the round is over. Furia get the win. 2 casualties.
Yeah, and honestly, their money's building strong. Again, this map is normally like a what, 5-7? We would say 4-8, 5-7. So still feels like Vitality aren't doing too bad.
I mean, let's be honest, the rest of the team as well. Khalil's hit some beautiful shots. Maybe this is what they need to push themselves forward and to, well, win a half as well, which would work wonders for their confidence.
Wasn't Fnatic's Lotus really good? It was good, yeah. But it was also, man, but don't get me started about that. I beg, don't get me started about that too much. Their Lotus was good, let's just leave it at that.
Very true.
My ult's ready.
Furia, very quick to the speed side. They'll actually find it open. Oh dear, I don't think Safe expected MW0 to be there that quickly. So the B site taken, and no more killjoy. Runner may attempt to find the same success.
Runner's not going to ult this though, right?
Slider connected there, it is. Jumps through, doesn't land.
That's why I didn't want to see it.
I don't think they even know he's there. Sending it on site. Havoc having to deal with that one, but Fury getting the better end of it. It's still a 2v2 with Kicks and Destrian getting into the fight. Eliazi from behind. Oh dear, Kicks can't look behind him. He hasn't got eyes behind him either. And Destrian forcing the sight into the smoke, trying to go for the peak, but it's MW0 to pick it up off of the gravity well.
Really nice from them. I like the change of pace on this, just go insta fast. So
I love the methodology that goes into how they play these
Tricky, thank you so much for that, mate. Appreciate it. Thank you. Do I prefer Omen or Astra for Lotus? Honestly, don't mind anymore. I used to prefer Omen in terms of, thought Omen was better, and I probably still think Omen is a little bit better. But ever since they changed, you know, the update where your Omen flashes like doesn't have the free speeds, right? So if you run now, it's still the same speeds, and if you run backwards, it's the same speed. So that means that now you can't always Omen flash A main fully. So that means that people can always get out and you don't have a secured Omen flash, which means that Omen lost, in my eyes, a lot of value on this map. Not that anyone did the good flash anyway, but it did mean that Astra just became a little bit stronger, because at least your CB default feels easier. You can fake smoke over towards C. Like, it feels like basically with Omen, the A hold is a lot easier, and after you get it, with Astra, your CB default's a bit easier.
I think I would much rather see them in, to even just prevent the 4v5, to be a little bit more defensive off the back, give up a bit more map control, and lean a little bit heavier.
Comparison video. I mean, I'll do a video at one point where I just rate what I think will happen in the season, and then we can go back to it and see how it actually happened.
If Salah's words have come into effect here.
See how wrong we are.
It's a half investment from a team in yellow.
Oh my, look at the overwhelm. This is crazy util dump. The Omen flash was nearly really good from Destrian though. Like, nearly got out of here. I mean, they use so much though. Nade.
weapons
Was
are
it
great
double,
Vitality
maybe
here.
double
They need
orb
some
as well?
success when it
Double
comes to
flash.
duels and these opening duels.
Like I felt there
And
was
they need it
so
fast
much utility.
because Furia, more often than not now, and what I think has been the last 4 rounds in a row, they found that first pick.
What was the point of the paranoia change?
Vitality
Try and make Astra more use, I think, to be honest.
allowing Safe to
Omen was like,
throws down an announcement.
Omen was
Good
heavy
timing.
pick rate at one point.
So it does get broken down. Snakebite.
Even in
Really
ranked
allowing
games,
Safe
I
to move out
imagine.
here. So Furia
Not
do
fully
take
sure.
over the B site. They don't want
Dude,
to
every
compete
single
with it. They
time
wanna
Furia have been
go
able to get
even
over
further,
towards
take
B,
space,
and these
make that
retakes
hold a little
from
bit more
Vitality
and
haven't
without
worked
taking any
out.
chances,
And this is going to be no
down.
different.
This looks like a Furia round. It's got their name written all over it.
They're having a lot of success at B.
You can only blame the weapons so far here, Pavlos. It feels
Yeah.
like
That's
Vitality,
done.
Do I need to give Astra
Astra
5 stars again? Nah, I think Astra's really good. I think it's just underrated at the moment. Because the thing is, if you nerfed Viper,
he absolutely is.
the biggest, or like the easiest change up is if you nerf Viper was just to switch out the Viper with the Astra. For sure. So we're like one Viper enough away from Astra being like really good, in my opinion. And that's like your go-to if you run double controller. Like what FPX did.
I'm worried about
As in Chinese FPX.
6-3. Furia, they're looking unstoppable. Yeah, but this next round is the one where they'll be seeing a full buy. This is where I believe what Salah's words may come into effect here. It's also the round
Yeah, they got to hold on to B because they've either got to hold on to B or they can't let these deaths happen early.
It seems like Runner's not been able to effectively find that pick over on Mount with the rifle.
What else do they need to nerf with Viper? I mean everything really.
Yeah, we talk about ops. I believe MW Zera actually brings out an op of his own.
You got to nerf any of it, whatever you want. Take your pick.
Really surprising.
The best way to do is just no damage from smoke and wall. Really. That's like the best fix I can think of. Just don't give her the decay on any of this other than ult.
And it's the same position. Once again, they lose that first man over on Mount from a C long peak. And Furia didn't even need to expend that much utility this time. They just directly won their round, their gunfight.
So Vitality kind of need to get at least one more round.
That's been placed. Alarm to run position close.
Bomb grenade out.
Furia spread out. Want to make sure Vitality haven't taken too much space.
Safe is getting bullied. He's very aggro for. He's very aggro. Like I get this wasn't as bad as some of the other rounds, but he does. I mean, he's played a lot of different roles. Viper ult on this one for after plant.
Challenge right now. Sender unchecked.
Still a nice pivot though, like they create question mark over towards here, pressure, and then split over towards B. He's been winning every single B round.
Good outage. Runner goes in for more, but can't quite pick the second, and that was necessary. And with 30 seconds, Furia, the upper hand. MW Zera, unrelentless, and Sender all to himself.
I've actually never seen a team end this much over towards B.
Oh, and
Like
he's got
Furia
it all
are
covered.
just
Furia,
constantly
7 on the board, and they
taking
look
this and
comfortable
ending
on
B,
this
but
map.
I feel like Furia are constantly getting the fast kill.
It's almost as if the map picks were reversed, isn't it? Because Furia, once they found that momentum, they've just not lost it. And, you know, the immortal timeouts from Salah, maybe they're not immortal. He jinxed it. Maybe they are mortal. He jinxed it. Maybe exactly that.
Vulnerable does less. That could work also.
You know, for MW Zero, the fact he has that
It would
now
nerf ISO though, but I guess you could make it just for Viper. So Vitality have to start winning a round, and we're really close to Killjoy and Sky ult. So I mean, they should probably go aggro over towards A or something like this. They need to get some kind of map control. It's just a low buy from them as well. Yeah, that's a nightmare. Tell me this is a tactical timeout.
Part is that they can't keep up with Furia at this point because they lose a round, they're back to square one again. Yeah. Where you know you got to take time to build up the funds again. That being said, for the defense of Lotus, you can work with 4 rounds. Sure, it's by no means comfortable. But you can work with 4 rounds on your defense, and I think for teams like Vitality, for teams like Furia especially, both of them have absolutely done it before. Both of them have absolutely worked their way back from a deficit, going onto the attack of Lotus. But in these conditions, at LAN against a very, very strong Furia, who look like they're in impeccable form right now,
I don't know, for Vitality, it raises some questions, Pavlos.
Yeah, perhaps alarms for the Vitality side. And, Furia here quite comfortable in their lead. Is this what we expected to come into this game? Obviously, we've
Is this what we
play out
expected?
in the off-season.
A tech timeout,
Quite,
probably.
in this one, some solid results against Leviathan, who would be some of the, one of the favorites of the upcoming Americas season.
I think, considering the form Leviathan showed towards the end of last season, there was even the argument where sort of Leviathan, Crew, Furia, sort of the big three, it felt like Leviathan was sort of inching ahead. But for Furia, the roster changes, that raised the question. Now they're just looking incredible.
Yeah, and Leviathan, with all the changes that they've had, coaching staff, players, stars, all over that roster.
Yeah.
So Furia definitely challenging for that spot and falling short in the finals of the previous offseason tournament that they played. It's definitely left them with a bitter feeling. I'm sure they'd want to leave the offseason with at least one trophy out of the events they've attended.
Absolutely, and I mean, the event they were at previously before this for Red Bull, it feels like that they could have done better. It feels like a bit of a disappointing performance. I think they went there wanting to win, and sort of falling short against.
Yeah, Kickoff Heretics is later. It's in like 4 hours.
Also, again, a game they just narrowly won.
Yeah, narrowly lost.
Narrowly lost. I apologise. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the series it was.
Which honestly, at this rate, could
could
just give us enough time for a third map.
Describe as True Rippers sort of narrowly losing.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make it. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Exactly. Still room to grow. Still room to grow.
Exactly.
And I'm loving the mouse pads of Vitality, by the way.
They look so cool, don't they?
They look so cool. And the chairs actually match them. It's just so cool as well.
Maybe they planned it that way.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, shipped in their own chairs.
That's commitment.
That is
commitment to the branding. No, I don't think so. They were yellow.
Start a queue for a TDM. Honestly, I might be banned. I've skipped too many.
Well, these are white.
Were they, Pavlos?
Were they? Oh.
Yeah. That's what the question actually. Were they yellow shirts before?
I don't know, honestly. I haven't really been paying attention to chairs. There's been a lot of Valorant going around.
That's very true. Pavlos, do you think Vitality have the chance to come back here? Do you think they will come back, I should say?
I think, even though this is a tech timeout, it gives us space to breathe, right? You know, Furia built up quite a momentum, which is working great for them, and they love playing off of momentum. But this pause actually may hinder that. Obviously, on the server, that's a different affair because you've got to deal with the weakened economy, etc. And there's not many rounds and a half remaining either way. 2 left, to be exact. And a 9-3 potentially for Furia, given how much they've excelled so far.
Yeah, and a 9-3 for Furia would be a
Holy.
godsend, especially after Breeze. It sort of shows that they've completely reset mentally. MW0 is still playing damn well, and I imagine we're going to be singing his praises for quite a while. Going into the defense as well, I would like for Furia here, get the fastest op out they can, let MW0 sort of roam around and have his flashy styles, almost similarly to how FUT enabled CNED. Yeah, I would like to see Furia almost list the same way for their defense of Lotus. For Vitality, I think runners are still matching, but the space he created
Test the PC before next match. Yeah, but even in between the maps itself, there was issues, right? I mean, I hear a countdown. All right.
But without any further ado, we're back into the game, and Vitality need to find their way back.
Okay, this makes way more sense for Vitality, just actually getting some map control, and then now they can switch over and actually get that B a bit stronger.
Hopes alive in this tournament, but for now, aggression towards the C side. It's actually a 2-player push with
What
the
am I
spike.
watching over towards C?
If Save
That's
comes
why.
up with something spectacular here, this might be a different round than what Fury would have liked, and Havoc thinks twice about that one after receiving a bullet to the head.
Yeah, those stingers are nasty on those close angles. These are quite able to find.
Good news is for Furia is they still have Skydog, so they can Skydog kind of force through this. They can put the wall up. This is the reason why. Right here is why the reason why we have the wall like this, so that you can put the wall up. It blocks off the one way, and then you can dog out, blocks vision, can check all of this.
Again, if he crucially died previously, this could be a completely different round. Yeah, MW0 pushing forward, Destrian finding an unbangled paranoia.
Man,
well
Destrian's Omen flashes have really been hitting.
Free upgrade! Destrian, he might be able to hold on to the site by himself.
Oh no, they pivot over towards B. They never lose B though.
Sender's now the player in question. He holds him back by throwing toxic screens.
The hell is this Omen?
Scratching their heads. Where the hell do we go? There's players behind them, there's players in front of them, and now they have to head into this site. Destrian kicks, valiantly defending. There's nowhere Furia can go.
And Destrian owned this. Chat, this Omen flash he did here was perfect.
What a round from Destrian there.
Yeah, and this was a lot better from Vitality, actually, like having some map control over towards A, and then they could just stack these sites a lot heavier, and then the time was just so low. It's just always, like, it is just one of the better things to do on defense in terms of aggro A.
He didn't even need to find a kill there. The fact he was able to just delay was immaculate, and then with the Vandal,
You just waste so much time as well if they want to retake it back.
Well, find a 4K to bring Vitality their fourth.
4 rounds is enough. Furia has, I mean, there's a lot of ults up. There's 6 ults here. MW0 1 orb away as well in terms of his Raze ult. So
Thanks to the position, which has been eluding Vitality for so long here. And only one very lone safe to try and stop them.
Yeah, for many of these types of rounds are called an analyst's
Right, all fine.
blessing and an observer's curse. There's so many ultimates available across the board. How do you keep up?
while this has gone on, Kicks over towards A, managed to pick up his orb as well. So the 6 ults now go to 8.
MW0, look how far he's gonna go.
Oh my.
Oh, he's had enough of
That
that
is
funny business.
insane,
rocket
dude.
out
That
of
is
here.
massive.
Destrian on a different front.
Now they're
Lockdown
locked in towards the
enables
site
all
as
the
well.
attackers, giving them
Double
space,
flank
breathing
behind.
room for at least to get that spike down. Ooh, difficult corner from 2 players from
I really
Vitality.
like that. I really like that Pavlos. Khalil, there's no way he expects this Pavlos.
He's considering if he's going to push here. Kicks is there. They know there's one player. Guiding light coming through together. The Seekers. Can they manage to find
I
the
mean,
kill?
Kicks should probably just
Vitality,
play, and
Vitality.
honestly,
Another round
Destrian
coming
should
in.
just...
Havoc has actually killed 2. Sender and safe by no more. Runner, Destrian,
Yeah,
and
Destrian should
Kicks
just
all
bait.
putting their efforts together to bring the round back to Vitality. But Furious hold is just
Wait, the
too
guy on
strong.
site died to a molly?
Destrian up against Conan in a one-on-one. Who's going to get it? Switch to the
Oh my god, yes, TP is also more than enough
TP
time.
onto the spike and plenty of time to get the defuse.
Oh my
Holy,
word,
well, went down
Pavlos.
over towards that.
Once
It
again,
was a bit
another
hard for the
technical
observer. There's a
round
lot
from
going
Vitality.
on
We
at
see
this
that in
moment.
the flank. They actually don't destroy the lockdown. They use a
Yeah, it was
lockdown
really,
of their
really
own
close.
to force the players back past Mount into the 2 players who are waiting for them. They then wait. They don't reveal Destrian straight away. They
What was
only
bro
shoot the
looking at? There was
sky, so that when
I mean,
they
there was a
end up
Raze
killing
on
the
site
sky,
that got
they
hit
don't
by
expect
the...
second player on the
They got hit
same
by the
angle to be
Viper
in that
ult down to
position.
1 HP
It
and
was
then tanked to
clearly
like
even going into
a
that
sliver of the
final
molly.
1v1. You could see that Conan actually didn't anticipate the Omen to be there initially, even after the Omen had revealed himself.
There were so many elements in play there, but it's a team that managed to keep themselves calm throughout that chaos and calculated by a matter of a fraction, matter of milliseconds.
So what, 7-5?
It's going to be
I feel
Vitality that
like
closes the gap at
Vitality
halftime.
did
Let's be
great
fair
at the
though,
end here.
8-4. A scoreline that definitely favours the Brazilian side.
Absolutely, and I think that if the Brazilians find the pistol round here, they just shouldn't run away with the map. I think Vitality...
Oh, it was 7-5 actually, sorry.
So even then, I think the premise still stands. I think the Vitality, they've just seen how...
I mean, this in my books is a good half from
They need to put their
Vitality,
foot
really.
down and fast. Otherwise, once
Could have
Zero
been
gets
way
that
worse.
operator
Like,
out,
Furia
we
should probably
see how
feeling
strong
like they should have gone
when he
9.
does just that.
Back into the game.
Vitality good because of safe and runner. I feel like I don't... The main thing on this team was when I was worried that when I was going to watch them, I would be like, I wish safe was on duelist. But actually, I'm so fine with runner just being on duelist. He feels great. Still feel that safe hasn't fully found his role. But maybe, honestly, maybe this is a team that could like double duelist on this team could work really well if there was a meta change.
In terms of fragging power, they're about the same Pavlos, and I think that says quite a bit, doesn't it? That almost the poster boy.
Vitality or Sentinels, from what we've seen so far, Sentinels would win.
Kind
of no doubt in my mind.
South America.
Oh, one shot. Runner and safe. Down to half points of health. Oh, this Profiler is deadly.
It's a lovely bait on this one as well.
Another push from the other side. Vitality
I was going to say, if these three from Furia send it, I'm going to be furious.
They didn't want to over-aggress it. They already had 2 picks. Going for another aggressive play would have been unnecessary.
Absolutely, and I think Vitality did a good job actually to instantly get in the crossfire, anticipating that push. Instead, though, it's going to be on a long where the round will be decided. Bablos.
Damage, Furia no. They just keep playing it with numbers, and it ends up being a retake.
Sender? I mean, he's IGLing now, so it feels like that's the route he has to go.
Furia know this. Very aware, especially with that bot. Alarming. MW0 on the flank. Oh, they've got no idea. Instead, Vitality want to push.
They are locked in. Yeah, they got to take some map control. This guy's not even going to get the plan off.
And if I start Furia to get in from behind, that is going to be the pistol round.
All right, this is nice. This is the first pistol round that they got.
Closer to taking us to Ascent. Furia, an incredible pistol round actually, and I love the thought process to actually hide the Astra behind those boxes. Astra deploys one of their own smokes to make it look like they fell back with the sky.
Send Vos Fnatic in a TDM. Who wins? What the hell are these questions? Bro, you think that Sentinels would be Alpha, and Alpha's scary in TDM, I imagine.
Able to bring not just one, but
and then again, I imagine 10s are scary.
Sealed the deal straight off the bat there against Vitality.
Oh, Vitality, full familiar position. Obviously, yeah, okay, this is the second round. But these pistols haven't really been Vitality's friends. They've had many situations that they've been holding them. Previous half.
This is nice from Vitality, though, looking like they're going to try and get everything they can possibly in terms of B, C, and then maybe go back over towards A, especially as it looks like the Viper, in terms of Sender, is making space over towards A.
Quite quiet on the other fronts. And without spotting, doesn't really affect rotation.
Yeah, so I like this. They're definitely planning ahead.
Eager to push out onto that A site. Look at the 3 players. Near Sender here. I've got the read now.
Well, they do. Vitality. Maybe they've been a little bit too clever. Maybe they've taken a little bit too much
it's kind of worked well though. For the 4-1, the one just got hit by the flash, which meant that they stacked B a little bit heavier than C.
Great coordination of utility. Can they stick it?
Wow,
oh,
this is a huge duel. Oh boy, double guns.
Vitality might make a pistol round fathomable, especially when Sender hits shots like that. MW0 cannot do a thing, and Khalil is alone.
Honestly, Vitality played this really well. The cause of it was great though. Like, this was like one of the most perfect rounds I've seen in terms of like an eco.
They have come here.
It was really nice. Especially on the minimap, at one point the Sky wanted to rotate heavier over towards C, so Flash came out, but again they just 4-1'd, and because it's the Sky, it's not like pure info, you have no idea on the numbers, so 2 people stayed, so it was a 2 and 2, and then the 2 over towards C just got so wrecked.
They send the flashes through, they take the fight on the 2 players.
So many ecos this series? Yeah, 3 out of 4 of the second rounds, right, has been won by the team that hasn't won a pistol.
Which has been complementing Vitality, both on Breeze and now again on Lotus, and we've already highlighted the Destrian and Safe sort of combo with each other. Now it's Destrian and Runner who are able to bounce off one another.
Safe at least gives the respect over to Furia. Fight for orbs. Continues.
Oh. Safe is taking some risks there, bro. Holy.
Vitality stamp themselves ahead in this round, at least in numbers.
Bill able to at least retrieve the Sheriff, but feels like scrapping over pennies here, whereas Vitality get a lot of information over on C. They see it's essentially a free site, an empty site, and well,
what do you think about Fade vs Sky's solo initiator on this map? Yeah, I think it's criminal that we even have that discussion. That's everyone else's fault. And it's Fnatic's fault for being so good and making Fade so good, but it's everyone else's fault for struggling against it.
What the game plan and the ideologies of these teams are and approaching this. They've been a couple of set plays as well.
Like Sky is way better.
Pretty cool to see, really, especially given there wasn't much time for either of these teams to prepare for this. Maybe Furia a little bit more as they've had off-season event experience for Vitality.
Let's see how much damage they can do in terms of locking them in, because at the moment Vitality's going to just... I mean, they're in a great spot. It'll be 7-8, their money's ridiculously good if none of them go down.
Series to lock in their spot into the finals of Convergence here in India, Bangalore. And Liazi drops as well. Flawless round for Vitality,
nice
keeping the score ever closer.
Something to mention is that for Vitality on their defense, they were never able to truly set up their economy. Now that they've found a couple of rounds on the bounce, now that they found the last one with all 5 players left alive, we finally see a Vitality.
Will Fnatic look the same in 2023 and 2020? Will they look the same next year, basically, what you're asking? Yeah, I mean, you would say that they're favorites to win everything, because the two people that Fnatic would struggle against, or the two teams that, maybe, I mean, you can include PaperX in this as well, but at least the two teams they fell to have been wrecked. Loud lost their best player, EG dead.
And a very, very swift start on A long here for Vitality.
So yeah, it should be maybe an easier time for them. Less over Aspas. Yeah, I'm kind of on board with that as well, but I think it's still easier to just say they lost their best player.
Potential pincer. Look, Safe is wary of it, but can he take on 2 with the Bulldog? Not quite sure. Maybe he can.
It's at least more impressive what Les can do on this agent.
And now he's got called in for reinforcements. He needs to get out of there.
Safe is wild though. Safe did great, yeah. Just a big duel.
Even if they just set off utility, they're doing their job. They're keeping the rotation of Furia on the safe side.
Yeah.
What's happening with EG? I mean, in theory, most of them are going to NRG, it looks like. But we'll see, we've got to wait, so. It's a great Astra suck, maybe. Yeah, might have just done a solo play here, that was huge.
And now Furia are actually ahead in this round. Vitality have B
and we get a heal on top of this as well.
But they need to pick to at least even out the scales.
I actually feel like Liazi's been doing, as he goes down, obviously, but I feel like Liazi's been doing incredibly well. Even on Breeze, he was responsible for a good amount of rounds.
But Vitality have to split their efforts in multiple directions. Conan, good against 2. Grabs the first one, not the second. Kicks and Safe. Collaboratively,
man, Safe just won another aim drill.
Touching the spike. Got a guiding light available, but he needs Vitality to give him a little bit of something. Safe, tickling him.
Man, Safe is owning him, bro. Oh my goodness.
Havoc has to push.
Oh man, they played that too well. They actually played that way too well.
We've got 8 rounds per side on the second map of the series.
Yeah, that's a big round to win. They got to kind of low by this.
The cries of joy from both of them as they're winning these rounds. You can hear the.
You know why Safe wanted to change his role? We're not even sure Safe wanted to change his role. All we saw is him yesterday in the interviews saying that they're trying stuff out. That's basically it. Honestly, I'm not even sure Safe knows what he wants to play at this point.
We're looking at a labored victory at that.
That's where I'm at with it. I have no idea what he wants to be on.
And even if it is the other way around, Furia would require
and I'm not sure he knows.
Sweep. And that is labored, isn't it?
It is. There's actually a world where if Furia can beat global esports in a more one-sided fashion, is there a world actually where, you know, maybe they go through on round difference, provided provided the correct formulation comes through? I guess it would have to be.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be duelist. He said that much.
Furia be global.
Yeah, global already lost to Vitality, so basically that means that Furia would have to lose their next game. So all of them would have to be at 1. And I believe there's a map diff and round diff to determine the actual finalists.
So it goes.
Duelist doesn't really fit him. I mean, I think the stats suggest different, but I think maybe he. Honestly, I think in an ideal world, like second duelist is like prime, like that's perfect. I think he doesn't fit maybe like a solo duelist in terms of wanting to take the risk of just absolutely sending it in to make space. I think that's where I'm at with it. But I think in an ideal world, double duelist is probably his ideal position. But teams It's a lot harder to make it work.
Get it going. They've left the Odin interestingly enough on its own.
Okay, this makes sense if they decide to go for a BC default, especially with Runner being 2 away.
Taking down the bot in mid as well was going to cause.
It's just an eco though, so maybe they just get the orb to secure it for the next big buy round, meaning that they don't want to use Razor into this round. In a similar way to TENS, yeah, I think that's fair as well. I think that's the role that suits TENS as well in terms of double duelist. But if I'm those teams, I'm just running that stuff.
Got a lot of maps to play with here, and it looks like they're going to set their gates back to way, where Coden, alone with a Sheriff, a single snakebite, certainly does not have the equipment to stop this fight.
Oh no.
Or stop this push.
And I think Vitality know that they're in a good situation in this one. There's no reason for them to be too risky.
That's kind of nice that the flash hits in there as well. It's kind of full simple. Yeah, they have to check some of these corners. They definitely think with that flash hitting, there's someone on like more over towards here that is now gone to this. There's the West Arrow
While Vitality might end up towards B. That's a really good Trailblazer. It's going to be catching down MW Zera.
I'm flash 1, 2.
Well, and Runner will shut him all down. Inwards,
Bro,
goes.
how does Destrian keep getting like everyone with his Omen flash? I've never seen an Omen hit so many multiples of his Omen flash in one game.
1 versus 5 against a quite literally unscathed Vitality here. This is as one-sided as a round gets here, and for Conan, the timing does not favour him. Vitality, that's as flawless.
Yeah, and now they go into the big buy rounds, and they're against Furia, who will get money reset if they lose it. And so we got 2 huge ults.
In this series, and an ult advantage now as we go into our 18th. My worry, Bablos, actually, was going into that initial take for B. They only had about 20 seconds left, so for Furia,
yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can't buy next. Money over towards here, complete opposite. People are going to start touching 9k. As in 1, 2, 3 as well. One will be 200 off. And double ults into this one, so this is a huge round. Furia need to use these ults, and Vitality are going to be wanting to use these ults as well, because they know that it's a reset. Well, it's not a reset, but they know that they're eco.
Vitality. One of the few times we've seen all 5 group together like that.
Concealment.
Showstopper for a runner here is going to be very, very important in clearing out this site. And actually,
so this is interesting as well, because Safe has a really good ult for Afterplant here. Yazi just survives. We do have a heal, still has some left. When does Killjoy decide to use the ult? That's the real thing. Because they have so much delay. They even have nade here. Like, look at this delay that they're doing before the ult even gets pulled.
Lockdown in response. That's going to make things a little bit more complicated. Kicks moving out of the smoke, but Havoc has got time to look directly at him. Destrian, though, keeping close. And the fact that
we still have Raze need.
Force Fury out of the site, just buys time for Vitality to win off this round. Cosmic Divide, looking to take this round by Force Furia. Aren't going to take any chances. Free firing in the direction of the back site, but it's Furia coming out on top of the kills. Safe and Sender still alive, and the Cosmic Divide isn't giving them any favors to stop.
Oh my goodness.
Sender at the back of the site, doubles up, and there is no time.
It is absolutely on it. Really nice pre-fire from him.
Sender, the last kill, and that is Vitality on double digits.
The Odin comes in clutch. Who'd have thought, Bablos? A 1 versus 3 for Sender.
I think that's it, chat.
And I love the pre-fire through that
really.
Divide. He anticipates that as
they got a low buy.
Furia, they're one of the best teams
Furia.
in the world. Of course
At least they did a little bit of damage. The money's low, but they kind of have to win like a low buy.
The answer is no. MW0 calls out, and well for Sender. I tell you what,
and it's really like it's not great.
That's how you reignite the fire.
The good news is for their big buy rounds, maybe we're gonna have some of these ults online. But
to stop Vitality from increasing this lead.
Oh, wow! Good pick from Runner. There's no retaliation there. Furia on a pistol round. At least Havoc and MW0 get a couple of kills here. And with watering down Vitality's attack, I wouldn't count them out.
Yeah, it's not too bad, yeah. And there's some guns down here. Maybe Destrian got a little bit carried away in terms of where he was.
Especially because there is room for them to pick up rifles.
Yeah, they may even extend to do just that. Instead, 3 peak on B. A little bit of information probing from either side here. Vitality, they want to head back to C, but with the alarm bots, Furia already have
like
the
this
early
call.
warning system in place.
I was thinking if they were gonna. Oh, okay. I was thinking if they were gonna call to just carry on going back over towards B, because they saw Killjoy, so you'd imagine that it's like this. Yeah, and Furia just pick up the guns, so Furia did great on this. Vitality managed to stop them from picking up the second gun as well, so their call was honestly pretty nice as well, knowing that they're gonna pick up the gun.
Accurate, Khalil makes the Sheriff happen and upgrades. He's quick, he's feeling it. But it's a 2v1.
30 seconds left.
And numbers favor Vitality
Really
in
nice,
this
man.
one.
Honestly, I'm so impressed with Runner. So impressed. Even on these rounds, there's like no overheat, nothing like that. It's just pure.
Credit where credit is due to MW0.
It's pure. I mean, it looks great.
Liazzi there.
I'm trying to work out if we've seen him mess up. To be honest.
At long range, that is damn hard to do. And for me, Liazzi has actually really stepped up this game. I mean, MW0, we expect him to do well. Liazzi, on the controller play, usually you're the one towards the bottom end of the scoreboard.
Tell me it doesn't go down like this. Another big buy round for them. Money's in the bin, and they're not going to get spammed by this.
Hey, if you buy an Odin and don't
Pretty
try
close.
and go for a wallbang like that, are you really playing Odin?
He almost landed it as well on MW0.
They in trouble. Nicely done for Furia. Finally find a numbers advantage defense and double that up as well.
What the hell is going on?
Furia, they back off once again, and seems reminiscent as a few rounds ago with Furia once again going into a 5 versus 3.
What the hell?
I think those 2 kills are a reminder for Vitality. The job isn't done yet. Yeah. The job isn't finished until they see a 13th round on the board.
Look at the ult management as well for Furia. They're about to get another showstopper out on MW0. Liaz is still a bit of distance away from his Cosmic Divide, but everyone else already has their ults in place. And as we get to sort of the final 5 rounds,
kind of, I don't know, kind of lost his mind.
Is going to be crucial.
Out of charges.
And Furia keep extending their favorability in this round by getting picks here and there.
Maybe be a chance to save here, potentially pick up the Odin. Sit quietly in a corner, manipulate, wait for the next round. For Runner, maybe even try and make
They
it
would love to do
expensive.
damage
Furia's
though.
money
Like
certainly isn't
literally,
in a
they
good
should
spot.
just be.
Yeah, I mean,
They should be
reminder for
hunting.
everybody out there, Furia winning this
As in, like these two should be
would
hunting the
keep
5.
Global in the fight for the finals, and would definitely make quite the result.
10 seconds
Even
left.
that counts. Yeah, take down an
Of course,
armor,
Vitality
get a
not
kill.
gonna make that really easy, are they? With one map, with one series secured in the bag, and looking to make this a second one.
Yeah, really trying to make sure they get an extra kill on this one.
Furia will secure this one without too many issues at all. Just secure it slowly but surely.
Bit of extra cash in the bank as well with that plant, but for now, both sides have a lot.
I mean,
of
Furia
ults
have a
with.
chance. They had a
Both
lot of
sides
ults
have
from what I saw.
weapons to work with. Granted, the economy's a little bit different, but we're in the must-win rounds now. I imagine this.
Don't question mark
about to be
often, but that was
a
bro. That was
collection
it was mad.
of ults
Yeah,
just
that was
This is going to
on
be
one
carnage.
another. It's
that
going
was
to be a carnage
warranted
round.
This is going to
question
be
marks
chaotic
for
Without
sure.
a shadow of a doubt, and Sender one away from a Viper's bit of its own. It will
This
be
round could
4
get a little
ults
bit wild. So 1-9 loss bonus if Furia
lose
lose it. Obviously, we can see here this would be next to nothing. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ults. 1 away. A plant
Looks
could
like
potentially
they
give
may be
Viper
getting the
ult here
B-side,
as
yeah.
well.
Time to hunt. Satchel out.
Setting up Runner for the push. Spot retrieve. Showstopper. Runner is no more. And there's no follow-up for Vitality. They've been
But,
stopped in their tracks.
but Vitality didn't
however,
really
look at
pop
this ground
many
first,
ults
they're now
into this,
making
so it
over on A.
almost felt
Slowly
like
moving forward, trying to
they're
find a
pretty
little bit of
chill
control to make
in
up for
just
the death of
losing
Runner. That being said,
and just
though,
getting some
Furia
ults out of
fast
them.
to rotate, fast to get back into position and reposition after that initial success.
Vitality.
I've got your trail. Placing swarm grenade.
And that's another ult out of them. Wait, they popped their own Seekers though.
Ooh,
Dude, Seekers got
Vitality
popped
they're
at the
gonna
same
look to try
time.
and plant the spike without taking most of the site control. Conan, though, will definitely try and challenge this. He's in
Okay,
close proximity.
I take it
He's
all
got
back. There are
friends
a
that
lot
can
of
help
ult
him
pops
out
right
in the
now.
long run. Vitality, patient, waiting down the lockdown, but that would also mean that the Viper's pit will be in trouble. Sender is in the middle of it.
30
Pedestrian
seconds
picks up the kill. How's that even possible?
Wow, Sender did pretty good to hide in. Oh man, this one's crazy. Sender did pretty good to just hide in his own ult here and accept it.
Khalil sprayed out, double kill.
Lovely.
Furia turn it all around.
There's
And
not much
Vitality,
time.
I was just wondering, how did they do this? 14 seconds, they're going to get the spike down. There's not many players for them to secure it. Sender, waiting for Khalil. A gift given. Definitely not out of this round. And especially with Destrian there, there's a Sender. They can fight this one together.
They don't win this though, right?
Shorty though, onto Sender. Traded by Destrian. 1 versus 2, Pavlos.
Oh.
Destrian. How do you tackle this one? Patiently waiting. 2 players. Destrian! A double kill!
Oh my goodness, and he's just waving at him.
Oh my!
He's just waving at
They
him.
went swinging into him.
Made that look
They play it
clean.
perfectly, Pavlos, but it does not matter. Destrian wiping the floor with vitality there, and a round that looked like it was almost
Yeah, give me this
done.
replay. Did the fast guy need to swing wider, or did Destrian just pop him? Did the fast guy stop in the swing? Is all we need to see, really. Thing is, I don't know exactly where he is. Oh yeah, chat, you know what I'm talking about, where it needs to be farthest fast. Fast person needs to go farthest. Second person needs to go this. They did the opposite way. Fast guy stopped really early, but they also didn't know where he was, so it's like that's kind of why it wasn't as perfect. But Astra did stop. I think he's still got to just carry on running and find out where he is. Okay, 3 chances to finish this one. Oh my goodness. Omen flash hit 2 though. Pretty cool Viper. There's so many people here.
Vitality overcomplicating, Vitality overcommitting, and Furia definitely wanting to punish this one. They're going to actually push right after this. They're not going to let this calm down at all. Just waiting for Safe to peek them, maybe Kicks as well. But if someone oversteps, someone overpeaks, that could be the end of them. A round calculated in hairs, in inches, in barely anything at all. And it's MW Zera trying to pick up the pieces.
2 versus 4, almost point blank range to work with Pavlos.
Oh my god!
Oh, and they get the spike and they get out of there. Oh, they don't even need it? That is ridiculous. Okay, this team actually looks kind of scary. They get themselves out of some mad round. Kicks in the fast best of 3 we saw wasn't like, I mean, he didn't have to be impressive. He was very impressive in this one.